I was cleaning out my desk, and guess what I found?
What'd you find?
A ton of vitamins.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like bottles of vitamin C and D, fish oil, you name it. It was like a vitamin store exploded in my drawer.
Uh-huh.
But it got me thinking, how many vitamins do we take, but do they really work?
Yeah, that's so relatable, and it actually reminds me of the conversation we're diving into today. It's about two friends who find themselves in the same situation. Surrounded by vitamins they often forget to take,
Right?
and they start wondering, is it all worth it, especially when they aren't always eating the best foods.
Exactly. Like, I love the idea of being healthy, but sometimes life just gets in the way. Grabbing a quick lunch or even skipping a meal happens more than I'd like to admit.
Yeah, I feel that.
And then I see those vitamins and I'm like, oh, yeah, I should be better about that.
Totally. It's a common struggle for sure. One of the friends in the conversation actually brings up some great advice they got from a friend who works at a hospital.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, their friend emphasized that the most important thing is to have a good diet. Vitamins should just help, not replace real food.
That makes sense. It's like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. You need those strong building blocks of nutritious food first.
Exactly.
But how do you make healthy eating work when you're busy? I know one of the friends had a pretty clever strategy for that.
They did. They talked about prepping all their salads for the week on Sunday, like chopping veggies and putting them in containers so they can just grab and go each morning.
Wow.
A simple but effective way to make sure they have a healthy lunch ready.
That's brilliant. I'm all about those time-saving tricks, especially when it comes to eating better. It's like setting yourself up for success right. You're less likely to grab something unhealthy if you have a delicious salad waiting for you.
Exactly.
But I'm still curious about the vitamins. Do they really make a difference, even if you are eating well?
That's where things get interesting. Even with good eating habits, the friends believe vitamins can be helpful. They see them as a way to make sure they're getting everything their bodies need, especially on those days when a perfect diet isn't realistic.
So it's like an extra layer of insurance just in case you miss out on some nutrients here and there.
Exactly. It's about filling in the gaps. And speaking of gaps, one of the friends had a hilarious trick for remembering to take their vitamins.
Okay, what is it?
They keep them right next to their coffee machine.
Wait, seriously? That's genius. I can totally see how that would work. It's like coffee time, vitamin time.
Right. It's all about creating those little reminders and routines. And it turns out the timing of when you take certain vitamins can actually matter too.
Oh, really? I had no idea.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, the friends discussed how vitamin D is best absorbed when you take it with fatty foods.
Hmm.
So if you're having eggs for breakfast, that would be the perfect time to pop your vitamin D. It's all about helping your body get the most out of those nutrients.
Fascinating. I'm already learning so much from this deep dive. It makes you think about all the little things that can affect our health. Speaking of which, one of the friends shared a story that's both funny and a bit of a cautionary tale.
Oh, yes. The vitamin B at night story.
That's the one. Apparently, they took their vitamin B before bed and ended up having trouble sleeping because it gave them too much energy.
Oh, no.
Whoops.
It definitely highlights the importance of understanding each vitamin and how it might affect you personally. Some vitamins, like B vitamins, can boost your energy levels, so taking them too close to bedtime might not be the best idea.
Lesson learned. Don't mess with the vitamin B before bed. This whole conversation is making me realize how much I don't know about vitamins and how they work. It's like a whole hidden world of information.
It really is. And we're just scratching the surface here. There's so much more to explore when it comes to understanding individual vitamin needs, potential interactions, and even debunking some common myths.
Well, I'm definitely hooked. And for everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on the rest of this deep dive. We'll be back with more insights and tips to help you navigate the world of vitamins and healthy habits.
So we've heard about these friends and their mountain of vitamins and, their quest for a healthier lifestyle. What does this all mean for you? How can you take, these little nuggets of wisdom and apply them to your own life?
That's the big question, right? It's easy to get overwhelmed by all the information out there,
Right.
but I think one of the key takeaways from this conversation is that, small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely. You don't have to become a health guru overnight. Start by incorporating one small change at a time. Maybe it's trying that salad prep strategy we talked about, or simply being more mindful of what you're putting into your body.
I love that. It's about finding what works for you
Yeah.
and building those healthy habits into your daily routine instead of
Yeah.
feeling like you have to, overhaul your entire life.
Yeah.
You can focus on making one positive choice at a time.
And remember, it's a journey, not a race. There will be days when you slip up, forget your vitamins, or grab that extra slice of pizza. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just acknowledge it and get back on track.
That's such a good point. It's easy to fall into the all or nothing trap,
Mm.
but that can actually be counterproductive. It's about finding a sustainable approach that you can stick with in the long run.
Exactly. Health is a marathon, not a sprint. What works for one person might not work for another. It's all about experimenting, finding what you enjoy, and making those gradual changes that you can sustain over time.
This whole conversation is making me realize how many other daily choices impact our health, like at work, where snacking can become a real minefield.
Yeah,
It's so easy to reach for sugary treats when you're feeling tired or stressed.
I hear you. The office can be a danger zone for healthy habits. We're surrounded by vending machines, break room donuts, and the constant temptation to indulge in a little something to get us through the day.
Right. And sometimes you just need a little pick me up. But the key is to find healthy and energizing options rather than relying on a quick sugar rush followed by a crash. I'm curious, what are your go-to healthy snacks at work?
Well, I'm a big fan of keeping a stash of nuts and seeds at my desk. They're packed with protein and healthy fats, which help keep me feeling full and focused. Fruit is also a great option, especially if you're craving something sweet.
Those are great ideas. I've also been trying to incorporate more Greek yogurt into my snacks. It's a good source of protein and calcium, and you can add fruit or granola to make it more interesting.
I love that. It's all about getting creative and finding those healthy swaps that you actually enjoy. You don't have to sacrifice taste for nutrition.
Exactly. It's about making those small changes that add up to a big difference over time. Speaking of which, we haven't even touched on the topic of exercise. Maybe that's something we can explore in a future deep dive.
Absolutely. Exercise is a crucial part of a healthy lifestyle, and there's so many ways to incorporate it into your routine, even if you're busy. But for now, I think we've given our listeners plenty to think about when it comes to vitamins and healthy habits.
We have. It's been such an insightful conversation. And for everyone listening, stick around for part 3, where we'll be diving into some even more specific tips and strategies for incorporating these healthy habits into your life.
Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out.
Welcome back to the final part of our deep dive into vitamins and healthy habits.
We've covered a lot of ground so far, from the importance of a balanced diet
Right.
to those sneaky little tricks for remembering to take your vitamins.
Yeah, and we even ventured into that tempting world of healthy snacking.
We did. But before we wrap up, I want to leave you with something to ponder.
Ooh. I love a good brain teaser. Hit me with it.
What's one small change you can make today to prioritize your health? It doesn't have to be a huge overhaul, just one tiny step in the right direction.
I love that question. It's so simple, but so powerful. It really makes you stop and think about those little choices we make every day that can impact our well-being. Maybe it's drinking an extra glass of water or taking the stairs instead of the elevator,
Yeah.
or swapping that sugary afternoon soda for a piece of fruit.
Exactly. It's about those small, consistent actions that add up over time and make a real difference in your overall health and happiness.
It's empowering to remember that we have the power to make those choices. Even in the midst of our busy lives, we can still take control of our health and well-being.
Absolutely. So go out there and make one small change today. Your future self will thank you for it.
And join us next time for another deep dive into a fascinating topic, We'll be exploring all sorts of interesting ideas, uncovering hidden gems of knowledge, and hopefully inspiring you to learn something new along the way.
Until then, stay curious, stay informed, and most importantly, stay healthy.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive, your shortcut to being well informed. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our future episodes. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, leave us a review. It helps other curious minds like yours discover the show.
We'll see you next time for another adventure in learning.
Thanks for joining the conversation here at Kaz English. We hope you found it fun and informative. Don't forget to check out kazapp.uk. That's kazapp.uk for more tips, resources, and interactive practice. Keep exploring, keep chatting, and we'll catch up with you again soon.